want it to be different, yeah. Waiting on a sign, guess it's time for a different prayer.
Good morning, YouTube family. How are you today? I know it's been a minute since I've been on here. Let me tell you something. Life has been lifing for me big time. I know people say that a lot, but in my case, it is truly true. When I started this channel, I had every intention on being consistent and putting out content consistent, but these last few weeks, life has just been getting the best of me. So I do apologize, and I plan to do better. This morning, I am trying something different. When I created the channel, I wasn't sure if vlogging would be a part of my channel, but I figured if I can't make the content at the moment, then at least what I could do is just come on and talk to you guys. Let me tell you, it has been rough out here for me. I appreciate all of you who follow me, you know, and I've become a little intimidated when it comes to creating content because I've been on YouTube for so long and I've watched so many different people on YouTube. I follow a lot of people and their content is great, you know, and I'm like, okay, I want to be like them. And I realized that their channel didn't grow, you know, like that overnight, but I'm not a patient person, you know, and I want my stuff right now, you know, and I know that's not the way it's going to happen, but sometimes I get discouraged, you know, like when I don't get the views that I would like to get. You know, the content that I have put out, I put a lot of time and energy into making that content, and it's kind of just disheartening when you don't get the views that you feel like, you know, you were going to get or you want to get. But you know, when starting my channel, I said, oh, you know, I'm going to do like this person, do like that person, but I'm realizing I just got to be me. I got to be my authentic self, and whatever that entails. So from this point on, what you see on my channel is what you're going to get. I am who I am, and I talk how I talk, and I do what I do, you know? So it's just going to be us, okay? So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am 55 and a half years old. No, I'm sorry, 54. Child, listen, I'm pushing my age up already. I am 54 and fabulous, okay? I have in my life experienced some really bad trauma. I had 2 kids, a son and a daughter. I lost both of my kids within a 4-year time span. My son passed away in 2016, leaving behind 1 daughter. She is soon to be 16. And my daughter passed away in 2020, leaving behind 4 kids. 3 of which I have custody of. So I was, I believe, 51 when my daughter died, and her baby at the time was 6 months old. So at that time I had 4 kids, to include a 6-month-old. The youngest is now in the custody of her father, but I have the 3 older kids. I did not imagine at 51 that I would be a mom all over again. I enjoyed being a grandmother. And I just did not, you know, in my 50s, I did not plan on being mom again, you know, but God has a strange sense of humor, I think, sometimes. You know, I've always had my grandchildren with me, you know, because my daughter would come and go. So my grandchildren have always been a part of my life. It's just that I always had my daughter to fall back on because these were her kids, you know. I take them, I love on them, I do what I want to do, and I go when I want to go, you know. But now it's like the tables have turned. It's like I'm mom all over again. So I'm raising basically my 2nd set of kids. And it's been a challenge because I am older and I don't have the patience that I had when I was 25. I don't have the patience at 55 that I had when I was 25, okay? So they do tend to get away with a little bit more than I would allow my children to get away with. You know, I don't know if any of you have ever experienced the loss of a child, but it's a hard thing. And I'm going to try to make it through this vlog without crying, because even though my son's been gone since 2016 and my daughter's been gone since 2020. It's all still fresh and it's all still new to me. That pain never goes away. You learn how to cope and you learn how to deal with it, and you try to not let it get the best of you, but sometimes it does, especially certain times of the years, birthdays, holidays, anniversaries, things like that, Mother's Day, Father's Day, because my son was a father, my daughter was a mother. So, it's hard, and when I was going through those times, I trusted and believed in God, and I knew that He was with me. He did not allow me to fall into a depression. He did not allow me to just curl up in a corner and die, and I know that that's because I couldn't do that. I had 4 grandkids that I had to step up and take care of. When their mother died, my grandchildren, her children, she has 4, they were 10, 8, 2, and 6 months. So they were small children. So I've had them in my care for the last 4 years, in my custody for the last 4 years. So they've gone through the trauma of losing their mother and their uncle. I only had 2 kids, and the Lord saw fit to call both of them home, and that's been hard, So I deal with that on a daily basis, and people that have not lost children, they can't begin to understand, and I tell people all the time, especially if for whatever reason your children are not with you, whether they live somewhere else, incarcerated, whatever, be thankful that your kids are still alive. You still get to talk to them. You still get to see them. You get to communicate with them. They're there. Mine are gone, and I don't have the luxury of, picking up the phone, calling my son or calling my daughter or any of those things. When I want to see them, I have to go to the cemetery and visit with them. So for those of you who have children, please cherish them. Please, be thankful for the time that you have with them. And please understand that my loss and your loss is not the same. And what I mean by that is, if your children are not with you for whatever reason, you still have them in your life. They're still there. Mine are gone. But I don't want to dwell much on that because I'm going to start crying if I do. So let's move on. I have just been going through a lot in my personal life, and it's been a struggle, y'all. At 54 years old, I never dreamed that life would be so hard for me right now. And that's just in my personal life. God has really been good to me. He has really blessed me in most aspects of my life. I feel like sometimes in my personal life, I'm being punished for something that I don't know what I did. I am genuinely a good person. Anybody that really knows me, anybody that's known me for any length of time will tell you that I am a good person. I have a good heart. I will give you the shirt off my back. I will give you my last. And if I love you, there is nothing that I won't do for you. I will go to war for you, and all I ask in return is you do the same for me. I'm a person that believes, I know it's proverbial, I know it's scriptural, but it's true. You do unto others as you would have others do unto you. I truly feel like that's my golden rule in life. And I feel like if you treat people the way that you want them to treat you, that the world will be a better place. Your relationships will be better, because you're not going to treat yourself badly, are you? No. You're not going to be mean and rude and disrespectful and unloving and uncaring to yourself, are you? No. You're going to treat yourself with the uttermost respect. You're going to treat yourself with the best of everything that you're able to do. So I feel like if you treat others the same way as you would want them to treat you, then life would be better. Your relationships would be better. you can expect someone to, hold on y'all, because I gotta, okay y'all, I'm back, I'm sorry. I get a little long-winded, and I guess that's because I really don't have anybody to talk to, and so this for me is therapeutic. So if this video gets to be long, y'all forgive me, but I don't know, I have friends, but they don't live in the same state that I do. You know, I've been living in Tennessee for 12 years and I still don't have any friends. A lot of my classmates that I graduated high school with live right here where I live, and I still don't have any friends. I have family in Tennessee. I have family here where I live, but sometimes it's just, you know, it's like not having any because I don't really get to see them or whatever. And I know why, you know. But anyway, back to what I was saying. You know, let's just treat people the way that we want to be treated. You know, men love your wives. Wives love your husbands. Love your wives. Husbands love your husband. Whomever your spouse, your partner is, whether it's male or female, whoever you love them like you love yourself. Treat them like you treat yourself. You know, be good to them. Be nice to them. Be kind to them, you know, because that's how you want them to be to you. And most of all, respect. You can't expect a person to respect you if you don't respect them. Is that fair? I mean, let's be real. How are you going to treat me like trash, but you want me to treat you like a king? Come on. Where they do that at? So, you know, just treat people with kindness. And let me tell you something. It's not okay to do things and say things to hurt people, even when you're mad at them. That doesn't make it okay. Because guess what? You can't take words back. You can't take actions back, okay? You know, when we were younger, and I know those of you that are my age, well, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's a lie. And we know that to be a lie. When we were younger, we would say that and, you know, maybe believe that, but we're older now and we know that that's not true. Words do hurt. Sometimes words to me hurt more than if somebody would just punch you, because those words you're going to keep reliving over and over again, you know. So verbal abuse, emotional abuse is just as bad as physical abuse. Abuse is abuse. So let's be nice to each other. Let's be kind with each other. Let's treat each other the way that we want to be treated, okay? Life is hard enough out here outside the home. You know, we have to battle things at work. We have to deal with people on our jobs, in the world. Our home should be a place of refuge, a place of serenity. I mean, I know when you have kids, it's hard for it to be that way sometimes, but I shouldn't have to come home and fight with my spouse every day. I shouldn't have to come home and, you know, just it be chaos or turmoil. No, we should not have to live like that. We shouldn't want to live like that. You know, to me, a partnership, a marriage, a relationship, a commitment, that's all a partnership. You know, it's 50-50. It should be 50-50, but I realize there's sometimes when it has to be 70-30, 80-20, but it should never be less than 50-50. Okay? So let's just be kind to one another. Let's be understanding. And most of all, let's be forgiving. You know, sometimes people like to hold grudges for stuff. One thing the death of my children taught me is that life is short. My son was 26 years old when he died. My daughter was 28. Neither of them had reached 30 years of age yet. Neither. And both of them was unexpected. They were not, I will say this, they were not violent deaths. Okay, nobody killed them, anything like that. But they were unexpected deaths. Excuse me. So the one thing that life has taught me over the last few years is that it's short. And tomorrow is not promised to us, you know, that we should live for the day, you know, because we don't know that we're going to be here tomorrow. We don't know that we're going to be here later today. So let's do right by people. Let's treat people right. Let's treat people nice. Let's be good to people, okay? You know, I understand that not all of us had the best childhood growing up. Hell, I didn't either, you know. But I'm not going to let what happened to me as a child define me as an adult. I'm not going to take out what happened to me as a child on people around me as an adult. That's not fair to them, because they didn't do anything to me. They were nowhere around when these things were happening in my childhood. Okay, the person, let's put the blame where the blame needs to be, on the person, the transgressor, so to speak. Okay, that's where the blame needs to be. Okay, and even in that, you have to learn how to forgive that person, because if you don't, it's going to eat you alive, not them. Because believe me when I tell you this right here, the person that transgressed against you, baby, they ain't giving them no more thought. They ain't thinking about you. They're not thinking about what they did to you. They're not thinking about how it affected your life, how it's still affecting your life. They are going on with their lives. Meanwhile, you're sitting in that same time space. You're sitting in the same place you were at 5 years old, at 6 years old, at whatever age you were when these things happened to you. You're stuck there while they've moved on with their lives. You're giving it too much energy. And in the meantime, it's costing you family, friends, relationship, life, because you're not living life to its fullest. Okay? You shouldn't be 40, 50, 60 years old, still holding on to things that happened to you when you were 5 years old. I understand childhood trauma. I experienced childhood trauma. Believe me, I did. But I did not let that define me as an adult. I do not allow those things to have me treat people the way that I was treated. If anything, it makes me more of an empath. You know, it makes me more empathetic to people, because I don't want people to experience what I experienced as a child, you know. And I do understand those that experience childhood traumas. I empathize with you guys. I do, because 90% of the world has experienced some type of childhood trauma. But we don't allow those traumas, many of us don't allow those traumas to turn us into something that we're not, or someone that no one wants to be around. Okay? Let's try to heal from those things. If it takes therapy, then go to therapy. But you got to do the work. Okay? You just can't say I'm going, but you don't do the work. You gotta go. You gotta do the work. Anyway, listen, I done rambled on long enough. I'm on my way to work this morning. I just wanted to check in with you guys. I wanted to be able to put something out there. I needed to talk. I needed to vent, and I don't have anybody to do that to. So I said, well, why not just get on camera and do it with y'all. Now, before I go, I do plan on being more consistent with my content. Please allow me some grace. That's one thing that I haven't been given a lot of lately. So please allow me some grace. And I will be back with you guys soon. If nothing else, I'm going to post shorts until I'm able to get to a space where I can create my content. Right now, I'm just not in the headspace to do that. But I don't want to leave my channel hanging. So what I may do is just create more vlogs and shorts for the time being. Please bear with me. And like this video, share this video, comment. If anything that I've said in this video makes sense to you, or talk to me in the comment section, okay? Just talk to me. Let me know that I'm not alone. Let me know that, hey girl, I hear you, okay? So I want you all to have a good day. It's Wednesday, it's hump day, and y'all be blessed, and I will see you all again soon. Bye, beauties. Remain fabulous. I know you will. Bye-bye.
This what happened when I think about you. I get in my feelings, yeah. I start reminiscing, yeah. Next time around.